I decided to definitely capitalize on these glitch fairs and buy a couple of tickets.
So where are you headed next?
I am heading to the Philippines for $280 round trip. And
Go ahead, girl.
I mean, it's
round trip.
Since Travel Noir, I have found so many different ways to travel. I'm not afraid to pick up and go.
That was Vladimir Dutier reporting. Travel Noir has an uphill battle appealing mainly to black travelers. According to the Mandela research firm, only 17% of African Americans take one or more international trips a year. This week, the company is launching Travel Noir Experience, selling specialized vacation packages in South Africa, Brazil, and Italy. Off the south coast of England, a rowing team got into a surprise race with a pod of dolphins.
So keep rowing, guys. Let's catch up with them.
It is unclear who eventually won the race, but the rowing club is well known for its tough competition. It has won 3 out of its past 4 regattas against human competition. And on the Jersey Shore, Bruce Springsteen surprised a bar when he crashed a local band show on Saturday night. The boss jumped on stage at Asbury Park and strummed his way through 15 of his classics, including Atlantic City, Light of Day, and Darkness on the Edge of Town. This is Up to the Minute.
If you've been seriously injured, the aftermath of the accident becomes a burden too heavy to carry alone. So call Emrock and Kilduff. Our attorneys will help you put your life back together. Emrock and Kilduff. One call, that's all.
Vacation time is here. R&R Tire Express wants to keep your family safe on the road with a new set of tires from the brands you trust, starting at just $20 down and payments as low as $12 per week. Choose from easy payment options like weekly payments, monthly payments, or 120 days same as cash. Plus, at R&R, free installation and lifetime road tape and balance are always included. And at R&R, no credit is needed because everyone's approved. Only at R&R Tire Express.
Our vacation in a Virginia State Park was a wonderful idea. The lodge is beautiful and it has so much room. The park staff are super helpful, and the kids are having such a great time. We're learning all about Virginia's history, and Mark and I even have time for just the 2 of us. This has been a wonderful experience, and we've never felt so close as a family. We'd love for you to join us. Love, Virginia.
A new sunrise, a new day, and it starts with the people you know and trust. Depend on CBS 6 This Morning to get you caught up when you get up. Breaking news.
Tractor-trailer fires causing a traffic nightmare.
Important local stories. Alerts to protect your family. Weather to plan your day.
Probably gonna wake up to a little bit of thunder.
And of course, an easy commute. We know you have a busy life. Let us help make it easier. Start your day off right.
We have a lot to get to this morning.
CBS 6 This Morning, working for you.
If you're in an accident, you really should get a lawyer.
Call Emrock and Kilduff.
We can't undo what happened, but we can help you put your life back together.
If you've been seriously injured, call Emrock and Kilduff. One call, that's all.
Presidential candidates looking to increase their popularity will more than likely be the targets of selfies by potential voters. But 2 sisters who aren't even old enough to vote are on a mission to position themselves in the political picture. Juliana Goldman reports.
Hi, can we have a selfie with you?
Sure, I'll do it right when we're done here. Oh, here, we do it right there. You can do it real quick. That's right.
Another click, another success for Emma and Addie Nozell. While most their age seek out celebrities,
usually we just find a hole and we sneak our way into him.
These tenacious teenagers, armed with their bat phone, are on a mission to snap a selfie with every potential presidential candidate.
We kind of just started with Christie, and I just took a selfie, and then Addie kind of made a challenge to have it with all the candidates. So it's kind of like a fun little summer project we're doing.
They've snagged photos with 15 so far. Jeb Bush, Donald Trump, Lindsey Graham twice, and are posting their progress on their Twitter page, appropriately named Prez Selfie Girls. Even the self-proclaimed selfie hater Ben Carson, who called selfies narcissistic and dangerous,
was no match for their charm.
I went to an event and I went up to him. I was like, I know you don't like selfies. I understand that. But if you can take a selfie with me, because I'm doing this project with all the candidates, that'd be really awesome.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Gone are the days when presidential hopefuls autographed signs or kissed babies while stumping for votes.
Hey, guys.
The 2016 campaign's most sought-after prize is the selfie.
Selfies are, you know, the cool new thing. It's what politicians' kids are doing. It's what young voters who they want to attract are doing. And it's sort of this authentic slice of life.
Okay, now, press that white button.
Many, like Hillary Clinton, are now selfie experts, posing for dozens daily. And campaigns are taking notice, building extra time into a candidate's schedule in the hopes that a little extra face time will go far with voters.
That voter is so excited to have that selfie, they'll go home and they'll put it on Facebook, they'll put it on Instagram, they'll tweet it out, and they'll share it with their friends. It's kind of an authentic way to get people excited.
But some say the selfie craze is a distraction, and in the mad dash for president, every minute counts. While the selfie challenge might seem like just fun, as natives of New Hampshire and future voters, Addie and Emma are taking their job seriously.
I'll be learning which candidate I would like to have as my president. Like, I'll get to hear all of them.
You want to know who you're voting for and why. You don't want to just be like, that name sounds cool, and just check it off. You want to have a valid reason to vote for them.
That was Juliana Golden reporting. I'm Allison Harmelin, and this is Up to the Minute.
CBS News, original reporting.
It's hot, too hot to breathe, too hot for anything.
Sweating out the summer. Dangerously high temperatures are in the forecast for millions of Americans.
I don't know if I made a mistake.
Donald Trump's not backing down. The Republican presidential hopeful says his supporters deserve an apology from John McCain, while the other GOP contenders line up against the controversial candidate. And caught on camera, bystanders come to the rescue of a toddler locked inside a sweltering car.
She was so drenched in sweat, and I just started crying.
This is the CBS Morning News for Tuesday, July 21st, 2015. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Allison Harmelin in for Anne-Marie Green. Now to the weather, and for a lot of folks it can be summed up in just two words: really hot. A hot heat wave creeping the south and east continue today. Sizzling triple-digit heat index values are the order of the day from Texas east. Heat advisories extend from the deep south to the mid-Atlantic and up the coast. In southeast Texas, it was so hot yesterday the pavement buckled. Officials say when the concrete expands from the extreme heat, it rises. It's supposed to be near 100 degrees there today. Nearly 25,000 homes and businesses in and around New York City lost electricity Monday. Utility workers actually reduced power in some places to protect cables, but the lack of electricity was too much for people.
83 degrees in the house. It's horrible. It's awful. Look, I'm sweating like a pig. I just took a shower. I have to take another one. This is awful. This is disgusting.
The extreme temperatures caused a power failure in New York's Penn Station. One crowded commuter train got stuck in a tunnel. Thousands of passengers were delayed last night. Meteorologist Eric Fisher of our Boston station, WBZ, has more on the uncomfortable and dangerous heat wave.
We've seen some of the hottest weather this summer so far in many parts of the country. We've got one more day of the big heat, especially across the south. This is where heat indices, that combination of your temperatures and your humidity, really put a lot of stress on the body. Well over 100 anywhere from Oklahoma right on over into North and South Carolina. Plus, we'll have one more day of big heat on the East Coast, but it's not going to last for too much longer. That heat in the 95 corridor will get squashed down, so all those 90s we've been seeing, some heat waves becoming official as we head into Tuesday afternoon, will be replaced by much cooler air, especially in the Great Lakes and into the Northeast. So you'll feel that in places like Boston and New York, from highs near 90 for Tuesday into the low and middle 80s as we head into Wednesday. A little relief in D.C. It's the hottest time of the year, but upper 80s, not unreasonable for late July. It's across the south where the heat will stay persistent through this week. In fact, it starts to build northward across the plains as we head toward the end of the week. You know the rules. Drink the water, take it easy outside, and avoid any strenuous activity in that midday sun. I'm meteorologist Eric Fisher for CBS News.
A brush fire in central Washington state closed down a section of Interstate 90 and forced the temporary evacuation of about 50 homes yesterday afternoon. By early evening, the evacuation order was lifted. No injuries are reported. It's one of several wildfires burning in Washington. Heavy rainstorms caused flooding in the Texas Panhandle. Floodwaters jumped roadways in Amarillo. Interstate 40 was shut down. Officials say it'll take a while before all the water recedes. More rain is expected today.
Take it from them, God.
This morning, an influential Iowa newspaper is taking aim at Donald Trump, calling on him to end his candidacy for president. It's the latest fallout from Trump's questioning the heroism of Senator John McCain, a former prisoner of war.
He got a little hell.
He's not a war hero. He's a war hero. He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
But Trump is not backing down. He blames the media for distorting his comments and says it was McCain who started it all by disparaging his supporters. Hannah Daniels has the latest.
In a fiercely worded editorial published Monday night, the Des Moines Register called on Donald Trump to, quote, terminate his ill-conceived campaign and apologize to John McCain after Trump criticized the Arizona senator's war record. Speaking to Charlie Rose yesterday, Trump maintained it's McCain who should apologize to his Arizona supporters for calling them crazies.
You could also make the case, Charlie, that he should apologize to the 15,000 people that have been fighting illegal immigration and are petrified to be living where they're living.
While McCain says he doesn't need an apology, he does say Trump needs to apologize to all service members and their families. Many Republican candidates are going on the attack.
You shouldn't be our commander-in-chief because you don't know our military.
I've got nothing but respect for those men and women that run towards danger, not away from it.
Republicans have been trying to distance themselves from Trump ever since his controversial remarks on illegal immigrants.
Nobody disagrees that Republicans have to do much better with Latino voters. And having a Donald Trump in the mix makes it extremely complicated to do that.
Despite the backlash, Trump says he will not run as a third-party candidate, and that the only way to win the election would be to run as a Republican.
In many polls, it is important to mention voters were surveyed before Trump made those controversial remarks about John McCain. According to a Washington Post ABC News poll, support for the billionaire did decline sharply that night he made those comments. Allison?
Hannah Daniels for us in New York. Thank you, Hannah. Trump will have another rival for the GOP nomination starting today when two-term Ohio Governor John Kasich enters the crowded Republican race. Kasich, 63 years old, served in Congress from 1983 to 2001. Kasich has bucked some of the positions held by more conservative Republicans, including education, immigration, and Medicaid. And Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says Hillary Clinton won't win the presidential election by playing, quote, the gender card alone. Speaking in Kentucky yesterday, McConnell said, I don't think arguing vote for me because I'm a woman is enough. But Clinton says it's Republicans playing the gender card. She wrote on Facebook, it's played every time Republicans vote against giving women equal pay, denying families access to affordable child care or family leave, and refusing to let women make decisions about their health or have access to free contraception. Authorities have been going over the writings of the gunman who shot 4 U.S. Marines and a sailor to death last week in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Mohammed Abdulaziz wrote about his drug use and how he was influenced by events in the Middle East. But no direct link between Abdulaziz and any terror organization has been found. He searched the writings of a leading member of al-Qaeda. Abdulaziz's writings did contain suicidal thoughts. His family says he was being treated for depression. The Chattanooga attack prompted governors in at least a half-dozen states to authorize the National Guard to take up arms to protect recruiting offices and military installations. North Korea says it has absolutely no interest in engaging in Iran-like nuclear talks with the United States. North Korea says it's conducted 3 tests of nuclear weapons. The government says it has no interest in freezing or giving up its nukes, and that it's always subjected to provocative U.S. military hostilities. Yesterday, the UN Security Council voted unanimously to endorse the Iranian nuclear deal. It also authorized ending UN sanctions against Iran. Later, European Union foreign ministers meeting in Brussels did the same. The deal faces stiff opposition in the U.S. Congress. Lawmakers will receive classified briefings tomorrow. A Mississippi man died in custody after being hogtied by police.
did one of their
Video shows Troy Good being put on a stretcher face down. He allegedly told officers he couldn't breathe. Police say they believe Good was on LSD. A toxicology test is pending. The FBI has joined the investigation into the death of a woman who died last week while she was held in a Texas jail. The local sheriff says Sandra Bland committed suicide. Her family says that's just not possible. Chris Martinez shows us new video in this case.
The Waller County, Texas Sheriff's Department released this video that shows the area where Sandra Bland spent the final hours of her life. A guard checked on the 28-year-old just before 9 in the morning on the 13th. Bland was unresponsive. Guards and a nurse are seen running towards the cell. The Sheriff's Department says Bland used a trash can liner to hang herself from a partition in her jail cell.
The death of Miss Bland was a tragic incident, not one of criminal intent or a criminal act.
Bland was held in isolation following her arrest July 10th. A Texas Ranger reported she was combative during a traffic stop.
It was not a model traffic stop, and it was not a model person that was stopped on a traffic stop.
Bland's supporters say she had everything to live for.
A young woman having just received a job at her alma mater, Prairie View University, something she was excited about and looked forward to, is not the attitude that would suggest suicide.
Bland's family is awaiting results of an independent autopsy and has asked the U.S. Department of Justice to conduct its own investigation into her death. Chris Martinez, CBS News.
The Highway Patrol in Mississippi is investigating the death of a black man who was an outspoken advocate of the Confederate flag. Anthony Hervey died Sunday when his vehicle went off the road and flipped over. He and a woman were returning from a pro-Confederate flag event in Birmingham, Alabama. She says they were forced off the road by another vehicle. And coming up on the morning news, a powerful image. A photo of a black officer helping an apparent white supremacist becomes an internet sensation. And later, a Good Samaritan is caught on video trying to save a toddler locked in a hot car. This is the CBS Morning News.
They scared. Niggas scared.
Ask yourself, do you use artificial tears often? Have you been screened for a type of chronic dry eye disease?
You should
Artificial tears give temporary relief, but only Restasis cyclosporin ophthalmic emulsion helps your eyes make tears. With continued use, 1 drop in each eye twice a day, every day, Restasis helps increase your eye's natural ability to produce tears, which may be reduced by inflammation due to chronic dry eye. Restasis did not increase tear production in patients using anti-inflammatory eye drops or tear duct plugs. To help avoid eye injury and contamination, do not touch the vial tip to your eye or other surfaces. Contact lenses should not be worn within 15 minutes of using Restasis. The most common side effect is a temporary burning sensation.
Be your own advocate. Call your eye doctor to get screened and ask about Restasis.
It was a scary sight, so we switched to Charmin.
Charmin Ultra Mega Roll is 75% more absorbent, so you can use less, which means Charmin Ultra Mega Roll lasts longer than even the leading 1000 sheet brand.
Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Why weigh yourself down? Try new Aveeno Sheer Hydration. Its active naturals oat formula goes on feather light, absorbs in seconds, keeps skin healthy looking and soft. Aveeno, naturally beautiful results.
Choose to move freely. Move Free Ultra has triple action support for your joints, cartilage, and bones in one tiny pill. Move Free Ultra. Get your move on. And now try Move Free Night, the first and only 2-in-1 joint and sleep supplement.
You ever think about how the cement of your driveway connects to the ends of the earth? From roller coaster hills to musical streets and movie chase scenes, it's all one road. Everywhere you take it tells your story, and wherever you are is where the road begins. The Canyon. Toyota, let's go places.
Oh my gosh.
In Freeport, Texas, a family was shocked to see an 8-foot alligator in the surf on a beach Saturday. They got out of the water as the gator swam in the shallow water. Police say the gator was probably on the beach because of recent flooding in the area. State wildlife officials said the gator will not stay in the surf for long. A photo went viral of one of South Carolina's top cops helping an apparent white supremacist protester suffering from heat exhaustion
they
at
all
a
done
KKK
fall out
Confederate
in
flag
the
rally
name
on
of
Saturday.
Jesus, but I
Leroy
would've helped
Smith,
him
who is
too.
black and South Carolina's Director of Public Safety,
Fix 'em, God.
helped the
Change
protester
their
who was wearing a
hearts.
T-shirt with a design that includes a swastika. Smith says he hopes the rally will be a catalyst for people to work towards overcoming hatred and violence.
Good
And on the
job,
CBS
officer.
Money Watch, Apple earnings and a Kickstarter fund to save a piece of space history. Jill Bider's the New York Stock Exchange with that and more. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning, Allison. Apple is one of more than 20 companies that released second quarter earnings today, but Apple won't be releasing sales figures for the new Apple Watch. Some analysts believe demand for the wearable computer has dropped since it was introduced 3 months ago. But overall, Apple is expected to report an over $10 billion profit, reaping big rewards from its new iPhone models. Here on Wall Street, stocks finished slightly higher yesterday. The Dow gained nearly 14 points. The S&P added a point. The Nasdaq rose 8, reaching its second straight record high. Aerospace giant Lockheed Martin is buying helicopter maker Sikorsky from United Technologies for $9 billion. Sikorsky makes the current presidential helicopter and widely used Black Hawk copters. Lockheed says it plans to pay for the deal with cash and new debt issues. The deal is expected to close by the end of this year or the first quarter of next. And the National Air and Space Museum is teaming with Kickstarter to raise money to save the spacesuit Neil Armstrong wore on the moon. The campaign began yesterday, 46 years to the day that Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first men to walk on the moon. The suit hasn't been displayed since 2006 and is beginning to deteriorate. The goal is to raise $500,000. Allison?
Sounds like a plan. Jill Bider at the New York Stock Exchange. Jill, thank you. And speaking of space, the search for extraterrestrials coming up. Physicist Stephen Hawking announces a new $100 million project. And later we'll meet the Good Samaritan who tries to save a toddler inside a sweltering car.
Women talking about Activia.
When I feel bloated and my stomach is rumbling in the morning, it takes me forever to get dressed.
I just like wearing a lot of black. I don't have the time to be gassy and uncomfortable when I'm trying to get out of the house. Those are the days you wear sweatpants.
I love Activia. That is so good.
I eat Activia every day.
Enjoying Activia twice a day for 4 weeks may help reduce the frequency of minor digestive issues.
Feeling good, looking good.
Activia!
My husband's been singing that to me for 2 weeks.
Think fixing your windshield is a big hassle? Not with SafeLight. This family needed their windshield replaced, but their daughter's heart was set on going to the zoo. So we said, if you need SafeLight to come to the zoo, we'll come to the zoo. Oh yeah, we can fix that. Only SafeLight can fix your windshield anywhere in the U.S. with our exclusive mobile glass shops and our one-of-a-kind True Seal technology for a reliable bond. Thanks so much. Service that fits your schedule. That's another SafeLight advantage.
SafeLight repair, SafeLight replace.
There are over 60 possible causes of intimate itch, but only one brand trusted by more women to relieve it. VID00006 Maximum Strength Cream is the strongest medicine you can buy to relieve itch fast. No wonder more women trust it. VID00006, the experts in intimate health.
My cut hurt. Mine hurt more. Mine stopped hurting faster.
Neosporin Plus Pain Relief starts relieving pain faster and kills more types of infectious bacteria. Neosporin Plus Pain Relief kills the germs, fights the pain. Use with Band-Aid brand.
Here's a look at today's forecast in some cities around the country. Sweltering heat in Kansas this weekend nearly turned tragic for a little girl. She was locked inside a car parked at a shopping center as temperatures rose. But when a group of bystanders saw what happened, they took action. Jamie Oberg of our Kansas City affiliate KCTV spoke with one woman who was part of the dramatic rescue.
In the cell phone video, you can hear and see the desperate attempts to break a car window. That woman swinging a tire iron is Sarah Orpeza.
It was just very, very emotional for all of us that were around.
The man in dark famous footwear was ringing someone up at 4:15 when one of her workers ran inside screaming for help.
The windows were totally up. All the doors were locked. She was covered in sweat. Like when I looked in the window, she pulled her hair back and sweat was just drip, drip, drip. I was just getting so mad that it wouldn't break. And I was just praying, like, break the window. She's gonna die.
This video only shows seconds of the 2 to 3 minutes Sarah says it took to even get a crack. Every whack at the window felt like an eternity for the mom of two trying to save this girl's life.
She was crying and she was drenched in sweat. Like her shoes were wet. Like she was so drenched in sweat. And I just started crying.
Tears only turned to anger, she says, as the couple supposedly caring for the little girl came inside the shoe store.
No emotion at all whatsoever. They sat there, and the only question that they had for the police is if insurance was going to cover the window that we broke. That's the only question that they asked the cops.
That was KCTV's Jamie Oberg reporting. The couple was ticketed for child endangerment, and the case is under review by the district attorney. When we return, heartache in Nashville. Country music's power couple calls it quits after 4 years of marriage. And in sports, World Cup soccer champ Alex Morgan makes history in the video game world.
Starting tomorrow, it's Macy's semi-annual clearance sale. Save on summer essentials like swim, tea, skimmers, and more for her. Buy one, get one free. Take 70% off select clearance fine jewelry. Men's tees, polos, and shorts, buy one, get one free. Designer handbags and wallets, 25 to 75% off. And take 30% plus an extra 15% off blenders, coffee, tea, espresso, single-serve, and pressure cookers. Macy's semi-annual clearance sale. And now earn double plenty points. Plenty, lots of points, lots of places, one rewards program.
At the Friskies Playhouse, the cats and us are always busy, thinking of new ways to make treat time fun. That's how we came up with new Friskies Pull and Play. With tender string treats cats can eat. That part was their idea. Lucy always thought string should be edible. Chloe thought the same. And Charlie, well, he's up for anything, as long as it's fun. New Friskies Pull and Play with tender strings. The whole new way to treat and play.
Are you disabled and can't work? Call this number. Are you hoping to feel better but still can't get well? Call this number. Do you need Social Security disability to provide for your family? Call this number. You can't afford to do nothing, so call this number. Our disability lawyers are ready to help right now. Just call Jeff, 804-888-8888.
Colonial Body and Paint believes that every customer is important and loyalty means something.
At Colonial Body and Paint, we've been doing business this way since 1978.
Colonial Body and Paint with Minutemen service. Fast, fair, and affordable.
It's a golden opportunity to turn every ride into a thrill ride at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, now through September 8th. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Heroes Among Us, sponsored by Civitas Mental Health Services.
Here's a look at today's forecast in some cities around the country. Here's one way to beat the heat. A Boston bus driver stopped at a Child's Lemonade stand this weekend and treated his passengers to a cool drink. The driver asked the passengers if any of them were in a hurry before he made the unscheduled stop. Stephen Hawking launched a new search for E.T. Famed physicist Stephen Hawking joined forces Monday with a Russian billionaire to look for alien life. The $100 million project will use the biggest telescopes and most powerful computers to answer the question of whether there's intelligent life somewhere else in the universe. The first couple of country music is calling it quits. Multi-platinum stars Miranda Lambert and husband Blake Shelton are divorcing. The couple married in 2011. In a statement, Shelton Lambert said that this is not the future we envisioned. A memorable final round at the British Open ends with one golfer making history. American Zach Johnson sinks a 30-foot putt on the 18th hole to force a three-way tie. It was nearly a four-way tie, but reigning U.S. Open and Master champ Jordan Spieth misses his birdie putt on 18. In the playoff, Johnson completes the comeback, outlasting Louis Oosthuizen and Mark Leishman to win the Silver Claret Jug. Johnson is just the sixth golfer to ever win the Masters at Augusta and the British Open at St. Andrews. And tell Lionel Messi to move over. U.S. women's soccer star Alex Morgan will be alongside the Argentinian soccer great on this year's edition of the FIFA video game. It's the first time a woman will be featured on the cover, and for the first time Users will be able to control 12 different women's teams. The game comes out on September the 22nd. Coming up after your local news, Senator Lindsey Graham.
Every auto insurance policy has a number. But not every insurance company understands the life behind it. Those who have served our nation have earned the very best service in return. USAA. We know what it means to serve. Get an auto insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
True Blend has the perfect blend for each of us. CoverGirl Pink, blend of Rockstar and Mama Bear. Her True Blend, Light 4. It blends in, doesn't build up for a flawless nude look. Find your True Blend at Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl. Your baby's chubby little hand latches onto your finger so hard, it's like she's saying, I love you. That's why Aveeno's oat formula is designed for your baby's sensitive skin. Aveeno, naturally beautiful babies.
Are you looking to turn lazy days of summer into new adventures?
Then join the quest to find art doors and discover unique works of art throughout Richmond.
Your photos posted to Instagram can lead to great prizes.
40 creative doors represent new beginnings for homeless individuals served by Virginia Supportive Housing.
The quest is free, but your donations will support VSH and Art on Wheels. If you find a door you love, you can bid to own it.
To get the map and join the quest, visit findartdoorsrva.org.
There's one.
Let's go find the next one.
That's good. That's a gimme. No, it's not. He's got to putt it out. No, it's good. No, it's not. He's got to putt it.
If our friend Wayne Sanford was here,
he would have got it right the first time.
And in memory of Wayne, we want you to take part in the Wayne Sanford Memorial Golf Tournament, September 21st, here at the Dominion Club.
All proceeds benefit Sportable, providing sports equipment for those facing disabilities.
Please join us for a day of golf.
To celebrate the memory of a man who was always there.
To make the right call.
The language of the Navajo tribe helped win World War II. Now, some 70 years later, a movie studio is taking part of an effort to keep the Navajo language alive. It's enlisting the help of a friendly little fish. Jim Axelrod reports.
We're rolling. Go for it.
11-year-old Quentin Keene is one of the Navajo Nation's youngest fluent speakers. The language, which he learned from his grandmother, is giving a new voice to one of Disney Pixar's most popular films.
I just want to make this Nemo movie to get my native language out.
The Navajo edition of Finding Nemo is more than entertainment. It's part of an ongoing effort to preserve the traditional language of the nation's largest Native American tribe.
It's got a little staccato pace to it. There's a lot of little breaks in the language. So that makes it difficult for lip sync.
Can I retry that?
Rick Dempsey, Senior Vice President for Character Voices at Disney, is working in collaboration with the Navajo Nation Museum. The studio held auditions on the reservation, but had a hard time casting the title role.
There's not a lot of opportunities, in terms of how many kids to pull from, because there aren't that many kids that are fluent in the language.
A majority of the fluent speakers are 40 and above.
Manny Wheeler is the museum director in Window Rock, New Mexico.
Our oral tradition really is very dynamic, very descriptive, and they're great stories. And so here now, this is the new age, and these are the new stories.
2 years ago, Lucasfilm sponsored a Navajo translation of the original Star Wars. The film was a huge success. 13-year-old Adrian Hardy went to the premiere with his grandmother.
I usually speak to my friends in Navajo to get them more interested in Navajo.
He says the films are a good way to keep young people interested in the language.
We're helping save a language. We're giving a booster to Navajo language, and we're trying to make a difference for our Navajo people and trying to help the culture survive. And it will. I'm really optimistic about that.
With help from the next generation and a little orange fish. Jim Axelrod, CBS News, New York.
And coming up after your local news on CBS this morning, more of the fallout over Donald Trump's comments. We'll speak with presidential candidate Senator Lindsey Graham. Plus, Melody Hobson looks at the price war among big retailers and whether it's hurting their bottom line. And we'll speak with David Plouffe, Uber's chief advisor and a board member, about the company's new campaign in New York City. That's the CBS Morning News for this Tuesday. Thanks for watching. I'm Allison Harmelin. Have a great day.
CBSN, the new live digital news network from CBS News. Watch it now on any device. Go to cbsnews.com.
Of having a life that most people can't even begin to imagine.
Easy 100.9.
Hey y'all, it's Bill Devins and Shelley Perkins from the Easy Morning Show.
And this is Easy 100.9.
Relaxing and refreshing music from Lionel Richie.
Easy like Sunday morning. Rod Stewart.
All your easy favorites.
Bill and Shelley in the morning. Relaxing and refreshing music for your workday.
Easy 100.9.
Colonial Truck, your source for all things truck since 1966. Plus, we're Richmond's only Isuzu commercial vehicle specialist. We know the right truck to fit your business. From sale to service, Colonial Truck, the home of truck buying made easy.
Colonial Body and Paint believes that every customer is important and loyalty means something.
At Colonial Body and Paint, we've been doing business this way since 1978.
Colonial Body and Paint with Minutemen service. Fast, fair, and affordable.
Track severe weather. Download the free CBS 6 Weather Authority app today.
Right now, the search is on for this missing Chesterfield mother, where she was last seen in the car. Police want you to keep an eye out for her.
We don't consider ourselves heroes. Somebody that never went. Can't say that.
More fallout over Donald Trump's comments, what a Virginia prisoner of war saying about the controversy, and the one group calling for Trump to get out of the presidential race.
Working for you. This is CBS 6 Early Morning.
It is 4:30. Good morning, everybody, on this Tuesday, July 21st. I'm Rob Cardwell.
And I'm Reba Hollingsworth. Well, get ready. We have another hot day headed our way. It's going to feel more like the triple digits out there.
Here's Nikki D.
Yes. But here's a good thing. This is the last one for a few days. So let's just get it out of the way, and we've got below average temperatures headed into our direction. Currently, we are sitting at 77 degrees, feeling as if we are at 78 with 90% relative humidity. And across the region, you'll notice we are dealing with quite a bit of cloud cover and some light showers just down towards the south. But the big weather maker is just to our western extent. That is why we are dealing with a marginal risk for some of these storms to possibly turn severe. They will be getting strong at times throughout the afternoon hours, but it's not going to be an all-day event. However, they would be off and on throughout the day. Temperatures over into Tappahannock coming in 76, 75 in Louisa, Charlottesville at 78. But get this, temperatures are back around 94. We're talking triple digits. But keep the umbrella handy. I'll explain why coming up.
All right, thanks, Nikki. Developing right now, the search continues for a missing Chesterfield mother of two. Candy Basham arrived in Gastonia, North Carolina Friday to visit her 12-year-old son, but never showed up to see him on Saturday. Her husband hasn't been able to reach her, and his bank account balance is now in the negative from ATM withdrawals in that area. Basham was last seen driving a car like this one right here, a light blue Toyota Camry with Virginia plates SKN S4LF. Our Jasmine Norwood have more on this story in a live report coming up at 5. If you have any information that could help investigators, call Chesterfield Police at 748-1251.
Well, over the last few years, Hardywood has become more popular as a beer. And as Melissa Hippolyte reports, now the brewery is getting even bigger.
Same beer here, aged on locally grown blueberries.
Blueberries, hops, and raspberries, all ingredients used in Hardywood brews that will soon be grown on their new 22-acre spread in Goochland County near the sprawling Capital One campus.
Got a built-in audience there with Capital One.
The Richmond Brewery chose this wooded area off of 288 near West Creek for its second location over spots in Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, Chesterfield, and Richmond.
We need to expand.
Owner Patrick Murtaugh says Richmond just didn't offer enough space.
Goochland was the better option.
He also says Goochland County and the Commonwealth came through with some enticing incentives. Among them, more than $1 million from the state in grant money and an additional $1 million in tax breaks from the county.
Really helped tip the cards in favor of Virginia and Goochland specifically.
The new site will feature an amphitheater, a tasting room, and an extensive garden.
That's awesome.
Amenities this Capital One employee says the neighborhood desperately needs.
Near West Creek, you kind of either have to go over to Short Pump, where there's just, it tends to be more chains and that kind of thing. So I think it'll be nice to have a place close by where you can just go meet up with coworkers and things like that.
And that was Melissa Hippolyte reporting. This new location is set to open in the spring of 2017.
Developing now, Donald Trump will hold a campaign kickoff rally in South Carolina today, despite growing calls for him to drop out of the race. The latest coming from the largest newspaper in the key first caucus state of Iowa. Hannah Daniels has the latest.
In a fiercely worded editorial published Monday night, the Des Moines Register called on Donald Trump to, quote, terminate his ill-conceived campaign and apologize to John McCain after Trump criticized the Arizona senator's war record. Speaking to Charlie Rose yesterday, Trump maintained it's McCain who should apologize to his Arizona supporters for calling them crazies.
You could also make the case, Charlie, that he should apologize to the 15,000 people that have been fighting illegal immigration and are petrified to be living where they're living.
While McCain says he doesn't need an apology, he does say Trump needs to apologize to all service members and their families. Many Republican candidates are going on the attack.
You shouldn't be our commander-in-chief because you don't know our military.
I've got nothing but respect for those men and women that run towards danger, not away from it.
Republicans have been trying to distance themselves from Trump ever since his controversial remarks on illegal immigrants.
Nobody disagrees that Republicans have to do much better with Latino voters. And having a Donald Trump in the mix makes it extremely complicated to do that.
Despite the backlash, Trump says he will not run as a third-party candidate, and that the only way to win the election would be to run as a Republican. Hannah Daniels, CBS News.
Well, here in Virginia, a man who knows John McCain's prisoner of war story all too well is speaking out.
Paul Galante is one of Virginia's most well-known POWs, and he talked with our Tracy Sears about what it means to be an American hero.
It's a lot of people.
At the Virginia War Memorial,
Harry Duval, and his family.
The fallen are remembered.
10,000 in France.
And those still living are revered.
You're a hero in the eyes of the American people.
To Brianna Bayer, Paul Galante is one of those heroes. His name forever etched in Virginia history. Galante flew 97 combat missions in Vietnam before being shot down and captured on June 17, 1966.
I just stared and...
He remained a prisoner of war for nearly 7 years, enduring torture at the hands of the North Vietnamese.
It was bad. One of them, it took me 6 months to recover from it. But I recovered from it on the same piece of concrete I was sleeping on before.
By Galante's side was his friend and comrade, John McCain.
He's like my brother. He really was in bad shape when he was captured. Never gave him an inch. Never. And he just fought and fought and fought and fought.
McCain also refused to leave the camp without every single POW. That's why Galante considers Donald Trump's remarks about the U.S. Senator not being a true hero insulting.
We don't consider ourselves hero, but somebody that never went can't say that.
But Galante, like McCain, says he doesn't expect an apology from America's business tycoon and now GOP candidate, nor does he think other POWs expect one as well.
They can't hurt us. I mean, if the Vietnamese couldn't do it, there's no way Trump's going to do it.
No one, Galante says, can ever strip POWs of their pride or the respect they've rightfully earned in the eyes of the American people.
You're a hero for putting yourself there in the first place. You're a hero for putting that uniform on.
And that was Tracy Sears reporting. Galante says he doesn't consider Donald Trump a bad guy and even agrees with him on some issues, but he says the remark about McCain was a cheap shot to get attention.
437 right now. Mechanicsville Church is part of an effort to give free medical care for thousands of people who can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah, these are pictures of the remote area medical clinic in Wise County. They come from the Life Church of Atlee Road, who helps send doctors and dentists to the remote county to get free medical care. Governor McAuliffe was also there to lend his support. Now, you may remember we told you last week the FAA licensed a drone for the first time ever to deliver important medical supplies to the clinic.
Very cool. You know, CBS 6 wants to help you have a terrific Tuesday.
Yeah, all you have to do is watch TV. How easy is that? CBS 6 is giving away another $600 Walmart gift card this morning.
Yeah, make sure you're watching to win on CBS 6 this morning for your chance to get that $600 Walmart gift card. Just register on our website or our CBS 6 Facebook page and then tune in between 6:30 and 7 a.m. to find out if you're a winner.
That's so easy. Well, a website that promotes adultery gets hacked.
You can expect that their security is not necessarily as tough as the Pentagon.
The reason hundreds of Richmonders are worried about the Ashley Madison security breach.
I was just praying, like, break the window, she's gonna die.
Caught on camera, a woman bashing in this window to save a child in a hot car. And wait till you hear what the car's owner had to say about it.
Win a $600 Walmart gift card from CBS 6 this morning. Entrants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old or older, as determined by WTVR-TV, and live within the Richmond-Petersburg designated market area as defined by the Nielsen Company. Enter the sweepstakes on WTVR.com. No purchase necessary to enter. Fill out the required information, then watch for your name on CBS 6 this morning between 6:30 a.m. and 7 a.m. Call within 30 minutes and win a $600 Walmart gift card. Winners will not be notified by email or phone. Must watch to win. The contest begins July 1st, 2015 at midnight and ends on July 29th at 7 a.m. You may begin entering the contest starting June 29th. Incomplete entries will be disqualified. Winners must have a valid email address. The value of the prize is equal to $600. Go to WTVR.com for full terms. Win a $600 Walmart gift card from CBS 6 this morning.
Getting Social Security disability benefits can be a difficult and confusing process, especially if your claim has already been denied. You need a skilled disability lawyer on your side. Call Jeff McDonald and Associates. We understand the system and how it works. If you can't work due to a disease, illness, or injury, and you've been denied, let us fight for you. There's no cost unless we get the benefits you deserve. Just call Jeff, 804-888-8888.
Only Compare.com lets you compare multiple car insurance rates, apples to, well, apples.
And some car insurance rates are sweeter than others, like apples.
It's easy at Compare.com, with quotes from more than 30 top providers, all right there, side by side.
Enter your info once and snap. Compare.com takes out all the guesswork. Free and easy.
Easy as apple pie.
Apple pie? Not cool, man.
We compare.
You win.
Compare.com.
Compare.com.
It's hard to imagine my life before her, or a day without her. She is the force that holds her life together. She is my everything, the center of my universe.
Give the beauty of a Forever Marked Fire and Ice Cut Diamond from Schwarzschild Jewelers, an authorized Forever Marked jeweler in Richmond. Forever Marked, the diamond, the promise.
College is going to be a lot of work.
I know, but it'll be worth it.
Here it comes.
For adult women wishing to go back to school, now there's the American Women's College. Only it's online, so you don't even have to leave home. Apply now for September classes.
Now from CBS 6, the Weather Authority, meteorologist Nikki DeRay.
Yes, I completely agree and understand. Yesterday was so incredibly hot and humid. We've got one more day filled with the heat and humidity, but things are going to change. Right now, we're coming in 77 degrees this morning, feeling as if we are at 78. Notice those winds, extremely calm all across the region. Now, temperatures just up towards Fredericksburg, we're coming in at 78, 79 in Williamsburg as well as West Point, and even if we're at our friends in Kilmarnock this morning, so a very warm start to the day. We do have a few isolated showers just down towards the south, but look to our western extent. This is our next weather maker. It is a cold front, and it actually is going to cool us off, along with giving us a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Along with these, some could turn strong to severe at times as we head throughout the afternoon and even the evening hours. But of course, we'll be working to keep you and your family safe throughout the entire process. Temperatures today getting up to 94 degrees, feeling as if we are in the triple digits. But check out tomorrow. The 80s return, and so does low humidity. I'll have those details coming up. Rob?
All right, thanks, Nikki D. Caught on camera, a Kansas City woman grabbed whatever she could find to break a window and save a toddler trapped in that sweltering car there. As Jamie Oberg reports, the windows were shot and there was no parent or guardian inside.